So you got scammed, and now you want to scam others too, because life isn't fair, and you got bullied, and now you want to bully too. Well, you're at the right video. Hey friends, my name is Hughes, and I go through digital products so you won't lose your money. So let's go. Let's have a look at old school scammers. Troubled household, divorced parents, daddy issues. You missed something in your youth.
Hi, I'm Tristan T and I'm 14 years old. I'm a great kid, but I do earn my parents' death.
So deep down you want some financial success, so maybe, just maybe, you will get a little recognition of your parents. Or maybe you're just very smart and unfortunately life hasn't been treating fairly and you are still broke. For whatever reason, you tell yourself hard and honest work is nothing for you. You want to make fast money because everyone on the top makes that too. After all, the ones on top, they are far from honest, right?
The rest of us really are suckers.
So you tell yourself, I have this opportunity to scam people and they will not bust me. And you convince people to give them their hard worked money, and you will convince yourself that you won't be catched. Because if people are dumb enough to give money to a geek like you think they deserve it, right? Or you just go digital and nobody can see you as the shithole that you are, and you can go from there. And you tell yourself, this is what I'm doing because the world has not been treating me nicely. So you keep acting childless because the world has been mean. So now you will turn to a new profession, which is called a con man.
Amazed that what I did 50 years ago is thousands of times easier to do today due to technology.
Now, if you want to make real big money, you have to become a con artist. And that will take some work. Let's listen to Matthew Cox.
Oh, this could never happen. Nothing's changed.
Yeah, there's just way too much information out there that today is so easy to do any of these things, and it's
so ripe for fraud. I'm just like, this is ridiculous.
So basically, a con artist is a great salesman, which is using unethical methods. In the internet terms, we would call it black hat. And we all know who we are talking about. Back in the days, you had some snake oil salesmen, but even these days, a lot of people, they act the same.
The one thing that stays the same, no matter how much technology is in the world, the criminal mind stays the same, thinks the same. The same scams that they did 50 years ago are the same scams today. They're just using another method to do it. So once you know all those scams, you know how they think. It's just a question of figuring out now how are they doing it.
It is a thrilling profession if you don't get caught.
Huge thrill. You feel like James Bond.
And maybe, and just maybe, you can rationalize that you can steal from the government and greedy corporations because they are looting people anyway.
No scruples at all about taking money from the bank. Saw it as an institutional crime. I didn't see it as hurting anybody. What I stole, I felt like was a pittance.
Whatever you want to do, there are some common themes, as you can see from the movie Catch Me If You Can. And what you want. Just remember, the best scams are during times of mania, whether it's the tulip mania, the .com, crypto, or these days NFTs. Most people think that they will never get scammed. And if you think this way, then you are the perfect mark.
Sounds to some people, oh, okay, that's cliche or it's antiquated, it's old, I'm never gonna fall for that. I think people who think that way, that's the type of thinking that makes you a good victim or a good mark.
These are the praise that you want because they are innocent, and that is actually what you think of yourself, because bullies have been bullying you and you are too shit to go after them, so you go to people who are weak in your eyes because the weakest link is the only one you can pick on. If you come across people in real life, you have to be smooth and talkative, and you have to fake your laugh and your fake personality because you have no identity of your own. You might risk finding someone like me who will see through your bullshit and will punch you in your face. But hey, you need to break a few eggs to make an omelette, and in this case some noses. You can say at least back in the days, con guys had some dignity. You had to go face to face with people and you had to show, or at least pretend, you had some humanity and empathy. But since most of you geeks these days are autistic, you just go the online route and you will be ruthless because there's no single use of humanity involved. You can close up every human emotions that you think you ever had, which you have not, and you can scam people because you feel like that way yourself. You have no self-respect, and now you don't have to respect others. So there you go. I gave you some advice how you can become even more of a piece of shit than you already are. Of course, this video is just for entertainment purposes only. It's full of irony, and you are an adult. You can make your own choices.
I spent my life hearing gunshots, watching 10-year-old kids roaming the streets for a fix, seeing my friends' bodies being taken away in ambulances, trying to get from the bus to my house without getting a knife held to my throat or stuck in my back.